Anything else you want to say to your fans, man?
Man, shout out to Dante's Boxing Nation. You know, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Earl Spence Jr., my whole name, and just look out for me.
Yes, sir. Let me dig into your brain.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Now, before I get started, I want to tell you guys about this great book named Growing Pains by Author Audrey PA. The story is about a woman that goes through some extreme trials and tribulations at the hands of many male counterparts and how she became stronger and determined to change her life for the better. So go ahead and support this up-and-coming author Audrey PA by going over to Amazon.com and picking up yourself a copy of Growing Pains. I'll put the link in the description box. Now let's get into it. So the other day I reported that the Mayweather boxing gym, I shouldn't say the Mayweather boxing gym, the Mayweather channel, which is ran by a guy by the name of Jody, and he collaborates with Jeff Mayweather. Now they did a video, basically Jody, he was trying to defend and exonerate Tyson Fury by having 4 people in the gym do a demonstration, punch like Tyson Fury did with his fist at the bottom of the glove. Once again, Jody was trying to prove that it's ineffective. You can even tell because the title reads, Tyson Fury cheating technique, does it work? Pro boxers try it out and the results will shock you. I don't know if Jody realizes just the experiment alone is an admission that Tyson Fury cheated. So the experiment is basically just to try to figure out how good he was at cheating. So out of the 4 boxers that did this demonstration, 2 had the wrong gloves on. They had the gloves with the Velcro strap as opposed to the lace glove that Tyson Fury was wearing. And 3 out of the 4, they said that it wasn't that effective. 1 out of the 4 said it was effective. Now, according to Jody himself, they received a lot of backlash from that video. So because of the backlash, they decided to ask someone who was very experienced in boxing and MMA and training, etc., for years, and that's Dewey Cooper. Now, before I get into what Dewey Cooper had to say, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my man King Sensei. I want you guys to subscribe to his channel. He has a new YouTube channel. He covers boxing, hip hop, MMA, and all the other sports. So go ahead and show that support, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel. It don't take nothing but a minute to hit that subscribe button. Help my man get to 1,000 subscribers. And by you guys subscribing to his channel, you're doing a great job of supporting my channel in return. All right, so let's get back to what Dewey Cooper said. So Dewey, he said that Tyson Fury definitely cheated in the fight. And he said what a lot of people are not really talking too much about is the extra reach that the glove will give Tyson Fury. See, because a question that Jody with the Mayweather channel kept asking the other fighters was, do you feel like it gives you more power? And this was never really about this giving Tyson Fury more power. It was about him being able to hit you with his bare fist or his bare knuckles. So when Dewey Cooper was asked, does he think it gives the fighter more power? Obviously, he said no. This was after he did his demonstration. But he said the main advantage it gives Tyson Fury is the reach. And as you guys will see in this picture right here, he shows the reach that he has when the glove is on all the way. And then he shows the reach that he has when the glove is extended. So at the end of the day, I look at it this way. You ever went to a restaurant or you just taste someone's food and it was delicious and you wanted to go home and you wanted to make that exact same recipe, but you don't know what's in it because it's a secret recipe. So all you can do is go off of how it tastes. You go off of how it looks. You try to go home and make the same recipe, but something is missing. It just doesn't taste the exact same, right? This is the situation with Tyson Fury. Because Tyson's been doing this for years, at the end of the day, he's the only one that can do a demonstration and show you how effective it is. But once again, it doesn't matter how effective it was. I mean, you don't determine how great the punishment should be off of how effective the person was in cheating. And for you fans that keep saying, well, he beat his ass, he was beating him with the right hand, he was doing this, he didn't need to cheat. So if he didn't need to cheat, then why would he cheat? Because that's really what the fans are saying. The fans are saying, yeah, you're right, he cheated, but he would have beat Deontay Wilder anyway. That's what they're essentially saying. But that's no different than a person going into a store. He has money to buy whatever he wants in that store, but he decides to steal. He's going to get arrested just like the broke criminal would get arrested. It doesn't matter if he had the money to buy whatever it is he stole. Clearly, Tyson Fury is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. And he was like, what, 40 pounds heavier than Deontay Wilder? So the question is, why did he need to cheat when he already has these natural advantages over Deontay Wilder? This has never been about, we're trying to say Wilder would have won if it wasn't for this and it wasn't for that. None of that really matters anymore. Like I keep telling you guys, if we found out after Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez, he cheated some kind of way. Now, we all know that Floyd Mayweather is a better fighter than Canelo Alvarez, right? So for the fans saying, well, he still kicked his ass, you think they would be saying that about Floyd Mayweather when it comes to Canelo? Well, Floyd still kicked Canelo's ass, regardless if he cheated or not. I mean, you got fighters that didn't even cheat, that fans that are defending Tyson Fury right now still tried to take credit away from. Fighters like Andre Ward, when he beat Sergey Kovalev in the rematch, they were saying, oh, it was a low blow and et cetera, right? But when it comes to this, they don't want to hear no excuses when it comes to Tyson Fury winning. They don't want to hear no excuses. But when Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo, they make excuses. When Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao, they made excuses. And once again, when they make excuses, nobody is cheating. That's the big difference. You know, I'm gonna close out with saying this. I find it so ironic that when you have these fans trying to say, oh, you black bastards are just crying and complaining, et cetera, despite the fact that there's actually been white fighters from the same country Tyson Fury is from, corroborating everything that you have heard me say when it comes to Tyson Fury's left glove. I'm gonna close out with saying this. I'm gonna say something serious. You know, one thing I love about YouTube is everything that I have said on this channel, everything fans have said to me, and not even on my channel, not just on my channel, but online period. Everything that these people have said, it's documented, which is why I can prove to you guys the difference between me and a lot of you non-black fans living in America. Only the ones living in America, because the UK is a different conversation. Like I said, those are more real boxing fans. In the UK, they're more of boxing fans. In America, these fans are more of race fans. But once again, the difference from me and you guys is even when I'm rooting for my own country, like Deontay Wilder, of course I'm going to root for my own country. Even when I root for him, if my country loses, I still give the proper credit to the winner. In this case, it was Tyson Fury. Once again, if you don't believe me, go back and watch my post-fight video minutes after Tyson Fury won. I did nothing but praise Tyson Fury. There were no backhand compliments, no indirect sneak disses or nothing like that. But when this evidence emerged, that's when everything changed. And like I told you guys, I sat on this news for at least a good week because I felt it wasn't enough evidence to report on it at first when I just seen the floppy gloves. It wasn't until I seen the knuckles that were clearly at the bottom of the glove, that's when I said, okay, this is legit. There's no doubt that there was foul play involved in this fight. Once again, it doesn't matter who you think is a better fighter. I truly will tell you, I believe Tyson Fury is a better fighter than Deontay Wilder. But that does not exonerate him from doing something illegal in the ring. Now, going back to what I was saying in the beginning, like I said, that's the difference from me and you guys. See, 90 to 95% of the non-black boxing fans in America, when Floyd Mayweather beats Canelo Alvarez, when Floyd Mayweather beats Manny Pacquiao, when Andre Ward beats Sergey Kovalev twice, you guys are nowhere to be found in the comment section praising Andre Ward, praising Floyd Mayweather. And the only time you are in the comment section if you're making excuses for why Sergey Kovalev lost. You're making excuses for why Pacquiao Canelo lost. Your whole comment is just to try to take credit away from the winner. Like I said, I did not do that when it comes to Tyson Fury beating Deontay Wilder. Once again, guys, go back and watch all of these videos. Go to the comment section when it comes to my post-fight video with Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev. And it doesn't even have to be my video. You could go to anybody's post-fight video and just look at the comments. You're not gonna see too many non-black fans in the comment section congratulating and praising an Andre Ward or a Floyd Mayweather the way you guys heard me praising Tyson Fury. So it's ironic to me, the fans that have never showed up in the comment section congratulating a black fighter when he wins over a non-black fighter have the audacity to now sit over here and say, oh, you guys, you black bastards are just hating because the white guy won and can't get over it, etc., etc., etc. Sounds ridiculous. Every time I see a non-black fighter beat a black fighter, get an impressive win, I always see black fans in the comment section giving that non-black fighter credit. Even if they were rooting against him, they gave him the credit he deserves. One more time, I have to reiterate, you will never see non-black fans in America. You will never see non-black fans that are giving the black fighter credit if he beats some non-black guy. It's gonna be, oh, Terrence Crawford, he fought some guy with one leg, or, Canelo was too young, and, Pacquiao was too old, and this guy was too tall, this guy was too short. It's always going to be some excuse to make them feel better about the results. It's therapeutic for them to make these excuses. And yet, when you have a fighter like Tyson Fury, who clearly did something illegal, no matter if you want to say it was effective or not, that doesn't matter. When you can actually see it in these images, and you made all those excuses for why Kovalev lost, why Pacquiao and Canelo lost, but yet when it comes to this, you want to defend Tyson Fury. We know what time it is. We know what time it is at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. We'll see where this story goes. I'll keep following this story. But before I wrap this video up, I just want to let you guys know, for anybody out there that's trying to grow your YouTube channel, you're looking to get more YouTube subscribers, go ahead and hit me up at DantesBoxingNation@gmail.com. If you want me to promote your channel, if you want me to promote a website where you're trying to sell a product or anything it is, you just want to get your name out there, contact me at DantesBoxingNation. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. But before I do, I want to give a big shout out to my man Nate Drink One. He has a really good YouTube channel. It's a new YouTube channel. He covers all the sports. They have a really good podcast on there too. It's called A Drink of Wisdom with a full panel. And I really like the show because it's set up like an ESPN type of show with very knowledgeable cats on the panel. On top of that, my man Nate, he's a 10-year Marine Corps vet. So go ahead and show him that support, guys, and subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna go ahead and play a clip of one of his shows right now, and I'll put the link in the description box so you guys can subscribe. I'm on to the next one.
Tomorrow evening in Frisco, Texas at the Ford Center on the Zone, there's a boxing welterweight main event between Mikey Garcia and Jesse Vargas. Who has more to prove tomorrow evening?
I'm going to go with Mikey Garcia. Here's the deal. He left PBC, went over to the Zone, took a 2-year deal. Pretty nice payday for the two-year deal for Mikey Garcia. And Jesse Vargas, if you can't beat Jesse Vargas, hey, don't worry about it. You're done in the welterweight division.